Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I'm Nai, this is Mako,
Hi, hi.
and we did a fair amount of grinding between the last episode and this one. We didn't grind for the sake of grinding, we were grinding specifically to get our overdrive meters up. But the problem is that getting overdrive meters right now requires you to take a lot of damage, and that generally requires you to do a lot of fights. So we did get a couple of sphere levels going on for all characters. We also specifically were working on getting ability spheres for all of our characters. We got a lot of them. I don't think we have enough just yet. I think we're missing one or two. But we were able to get most of our characters leveled up a fair amount, which will be nice because means we're going to start getting some overkills. Battles will be a little bit faster. We'll be able to move on a little bit more. And I would appreciate battles being faster when we're on screen. So I may spend some time doing off-screen grinding every so often between episodes when it looks like it's taking too long for us to move on to our next locations. I don't know why I moved specifically to that one. Let's move on to this one. The one where I can actually reach everything. So Yuna is going to gain a new ability. Pray.
Very handy little thing. It's a free area of effect heal, which is the only kind of area effect heal you're going to have at this point.
Fortunately, does not do a lot of...
Doesn't heal a lot. Average cure will do about 600. Pray will do about 150. But it's free, and it's on everyone, so hey.
Yeah. Which, at this point in the game, is really good. Now you'll also notice, if you watch Auron's sphere grid, as I move through it, you notice that he has a crap ton of empty spheres. This is mostly because Auron at this point is supposed to be pretty powerful already, so they don't want to give him too much too fast. So, that's a thing. Yeah, I need to move him up this way. But yeah, he has a lot of emptiness. The good news is that, when we get enough things like luck spheres, strength spheres, things that we can use to actually fill in the sphere grid, Auron becomes really nice that way because he has a bunch of those empty ones all in a row, and everybody can eventually use those. Okay, Kamari. I think Kamari's the one. Yeah, Kamari's the one we don't have. We don't have enough ability spheres for. So we'll pick those up as we move on and head to the event that we were preparing for, which is going to be up here. So we're going to have a lot of fights. Ah, here we go. I was waiting for one of these things to show up. So this enemy is particularly obnoxious. It does a crap ton of damage. And it's kind of irritating. The reason we want to fight this particular enemy is specifically because Kamari wants us to. Hey, Kamari, would you mind, lanceting this thing? Kamari has learned Fire Breath. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
So Kamari just learned a new overdrive.
This is how he learns his new overdrives. There's, I think, 12 of them in total. And a lot of people don't seem to like Fire Breath, but it's actually fairly powerful when it's used correctly. Also, keeping in mind, unlike magic spells, Fire Breath can crit.
And also does have fire elemental damage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of the only reason you want to deal with these things. Otherwise, this particular enemy is extremely powerful, and it's probably going to kill Walker in just a second. Nope. But this enemy, if you can survive it, this enemy is also very good for setting up your overdrives, because it deals a lot of damage, which means overdrives build up extremely quickly. One thing we also found, I think I commented on this in the last episode, characters do not lose overdrive when killed. Summons do. So, a character, you don't have to worry too much about them going down unless you're in the middle of some sort of really big combat. But a summon, you really do not want that summon to go down, because then all overdrive is lost, and that's generally a bad thing.
Right. The downside to having a character down, aside from being in the middle of a big combat, was you can't heal a character who's in the rear guard when you're in combat, and somebody who's dead takes up a slot. So you need to get them back on your feet before you can replace them.
Yeah. Now, luckily, we did gain life for Yuna in that last round of ability grabs. So Yuna is able to get people up. I'm trying to remember which RPG it is. There's an RPG that I really have a great love for that has multiple characters and does have a in-battle swap-in, swap-out system. And whichever game this is allows you to heal backliners.
The Atelier games let you do it.
Not that, because I never really got into those.
You're pity, you should. They're quite fun.
It's not Tales, because Tales is real time, and this was a turn-based game.
Shoot. Breath of Fire used to let you do that.
That's not it. Might be Xenosaga.
Now you've got me thinking about
Hey, I'm a
about
guardian
that.
now, so watch out.
Like, I'm just thinking here, trying to think of what game this is. I want to say it's I want to say it's Xenosaga.
No, Xenosaga didn't let you swap your party members mid-combat.
Are you sure?
Don't think so.
I think it
I don't want to commit to that because I know I'll get it wrong if I do, but
I want to say it did. Then again, I want to say a lot of things.
It's over.
I want to say Ooga Booga Boogity Boo. And there I have.
no, just because you can say something doesn't necessarily mean you should.
Eh. Sometimes I do this. This has been one of those times. How did I have a random encounter? Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Now is a good time to run away.
No, now is a good time to fight with all of your strength. Here, just dark attack that dude.
Stay down.
See? No more problems. I mean, the little guy is still going to cause some issues, but the big guy is no longer a threat. Hey, Tidus. One thing you always got to do when you're switching out characters is you got to plan ahead, because you know, if you want, like, I wanted Tidus to be out, but I want Yuna to heal him, so I have to make sure that Tidus is out before Yuna gets on the battlefield. This can be especially problematic in later game fights, because there'll be some characters you want out, but you also have to plan your character movements in time with how the enemies' movements are going to go. You know, you want to heal, like, if Tidus is low on health, I want to heal Tidus, so I have to get Tidus to the front lines, but on the same tack, I'd also not, you know, if the next move was going to be the enemy attacking me, I would not want to give them that opportunity. So it's kind of, there's a little bit of strategy, even to such things as, let's move a character to the front lines. And we dodged most of the damage from that. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to this woman.
Ah, a summoner party.
You can tell by the way that she dresses in a very outlandish way that she is a summoner, but she won't directly acknowledge this, she just gives us her name, Belgamy.
My name is Yuna.
She's kind of an important character, but you can tell she's not a main character by the way that all of her fingers except for her thumb are fused together.
But you are still fresh on the road.
G.I. Joe syndrome.
Yes, I am.
You'll notice, I don't
I
know
might
why
have a
they do
few
that
things to
in a lot of
teach
these
you.
games. They just fuse them together.
Let us see which are stronger. My aeons.
And
or
they don't really
yours?
need.
A one-on-one
You don't really
match.
need, you know, all your fingers and thumbs.
What do you say?
Well, you'll notice that her jaw also doesn't move, things like that. We are definitely going to fight her.
I'll do my best.
It's going to be summoner against summoner. She's testing us.
Before we begin,
She will also fully heal our summons right now to make sure it's a fair
your
fight.
aeons have been healed. You can fight
Very
with your
useful,
full
at
strength.
least for us.
Come.
Yeah. Now, the rules for summons say that only one summon can be active at any given time. That is, only one copy of Ifrit, right here, can be in battle at any given time. So because she's using Ifrit, and because I only have Valefore other than Ifrit, I must use Valefore in this fight. Kind of required that way. It also means that if she defeats Valefore, I have nothing to summon. This will be different in future summoner battles. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to overdrive Grand Summon Valefore. Grand Summon is kind of nice when summoning in general. The reason why is that if I remember correctly, and we're going to see in a second if I remember correctly, using Grand Summon double stacks the overdrive meter for the given summon.
We should also mention that you might notice her Ifrit has an overdrive meter. We don't want to let that get full or we could be in trouble.
Right. The good news, notice that I just used overdrive, and Valefore still has overdrive. Very important thing that. Notice that I just used overdrive, and the Ifrit got little to no overdrive off of that. An Aeon's attributes rise with those of its summoner. Thus, the Ifrit one summoner calls may be very different from one called by another. Because this Ifrit's strength and HP are both high, it'll win in a straight fight. Try using your Aeon Shield and boost commands, or cheat ahead of time by getting your overdrive up. Shield stops your Aeon's overdrive gauge, but reduces the amount of damage it receives. Boost accelerates the overdrive gauge, but increases the amount of damage received. Shield is best when you expect the enemy to hit your Aeon with a powerful attack. This Ifrit alternates between attack and Meteor Strike, and Meteor Strike is coming up next, so defend your Aeon with Shield. Or do nothing because you started with overdrive.
It should also... Ow. Yeah, when they say that their stats matter, they aren't kidding. If you were to, example, go give Yuna every, strength node on the board, which sounds silly, but we're going to do it eventually, that will actually, supercharge our melee attacks.
Also, bye, Ifrit.
And he is down for the count.
I told you, I cheated rampantly by making this happen. Stop. That is enough.
That is enough.
I don't even remember what she says. But yeah, they will have a lot more attack strength available to them
Not bad for one so young.
If you have a lot of attack, a lot more health, you have more health, things like that.
You've earned it.
So we just earned ourselves an Echo Ring,
which will prevent silence, if I remember correctly.
With more
a very useful feature for a spellcaster.
Thank you, but I think you might defeat Sin before
so Yuna thinks that Belgemine is stronger than she is, which, maybe. Belgemine says she cannot defeat Sin, and she was not able to. She has tried in the past.
Farewell, Yuna. We'll meet again.
Which is kind of a weird thing. We don't meet very many summoners who tried and failed to defeat Sin.
That's because failing tends to involve a pine box.
Yep. We're currently using a Bright Ring, which is a Dark Ward. Using the Echo Ring gives us 10% additional HP and Silence Ward, which is much more useful than a Bright Ring. So we're going to go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and go to the Sphere Grid. Yuna gets to move forward 1, not that it matters. Actually, all we really care about, I guess I'll move everybody up just so we can... Just for the sake of moving everybody up. I want to get Lulu as close as possible to her next abilities, some of which are really, really good. Tidus gains an ability that he shouldn't have. That should be on Auron. And Auron gains... Guard.
Absolutely. Oh, get Guard.
Really good. And then Kamari is going to gain a crap ton of stuff because we've been saving up for him. Let's go ahead and stop here. Now, you gotta always be careful with the way you move on the Sphere Grid. You never want to move too far. Because remember, you do have to pay in sphere levels just to move back. So if you move a little bit too far, you're paying to move back, and then you gotta pay to move forward again. Which is kind of bad. Kamari has the worst problem with this, specifically because he has to move back and forth. Okay, I believe we're good on everybody. And with that done, we're going to move on. Belgemine shows up every so often. We definitely want to beat her whenever possible.
Because she knows her stuff when it comes to summoning, and I'm pretty sure we can pick up a few hints along the way.
I'm going to pull Yuna out. We kind of want Yuna available. We're going to go ahead and... I want to pull out Valefore, but it has no health. Yuna, just hold fast.
Huh? Help start building up her overdrive again.
That's what I need. I need her overdrive to exist.
Unfortunately, you know, she's kind of squishy, so...
Well, Yuna is going to stay on the battlefield for a little while. Luckily, she has this amazing ability called Cure, and she will use it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, Prey costs 0 MP, doesn't it? Isn't it a skill as opposed to a spell? Let's find out. No, never mind, it is white magic. Okay. No, wait, no, it isn't. It's a special. Yeah, it's a special. So, because of that, this costs 0 MP.
It is incredibly handy.
Yep. Yes, it only heals 150 per person, but that is 450 over the course of the party, which is rather useful. You really use it just to, well, I gotta heal two people at once, and it's very vital that both of them stay alive. Therefore,
It's a top-up.
yeah.
But, you know, if you have nothing better to do with Yuna, that is actually the best choice.
Mm-hmm. I think she's also, I think using it is also kind of... I would bet it probably gets better with time.
Yeah.
It probably scales. Hi, how's it going?
Our prayers are with you.
Now, what I don't remember is whether or not casting Prey counts towards the relevant overdrives.
I bet you it does.
Because Yuna with the healing overdrive would be quite useful.
Mm-hmm. But remember, the way the healing overdrive works, it only counts turns that you heal. It doesn't count, like, it's not how many people you heal. Otherwise, Prey would be just way too good. That's right, keep attacking Yuna. Wow, Orin actually got the kill on him. I commented, I think, last episode that you can always tell if if you're going to kill an enemy by a slight delay before the action happens. You can also tell because the characters will typically say something that indicates that they're going to get the kill. In the case of Oron just now, he said farewell just before he hit. What's up?
My Lady Summoner.
Hi, how's it going? How can I help you?
You're a summoner?
She's a summoner.
Yes. My name is Yuna.
Smile!
I'm Callie.
That's Callie.
Nice to meet you, Callie.
Good to meet you, Callie.
Lady Yuna, are you going to bring us the calm?
She's gonna try.
Yes. Very soon. Yay!
You know, something I was curious about. So, as I said,
Looking
you can
forward to
only
another calm,
summon
Lady
one summon at any given time,
I'll
right?
do my best.
Like, only one Ifrit.
Yep.
So
That's the idea, at least.
And good
So,
luck to your
in
guardians
character,
as well.
only one Ifrit in the entire world. So what happens if all you have is Ifrit, and you're in a bad way, and someone else summoned Ifrit? You're boned.
What's the
Yep.
calm?
Better hope your guardians are good.
The calm is a time of peace.
Now we learn exactly
It
what
comes
Yuna is
after a
trying to
summoner
bring.
defeats sin and lasts until sin reappears.
So Sin never stays
Yeah.
permanently dead, which is kind of a problem.
Sin
Have you,
dies
have
and
you
is
noticed that in
reborn.
Square Enix games, the
I
characters
get
never
it.
zip the bottom of their shirts?
I thought it was weird.
Yeah, Square's got a weird relationship with Zip in general.
Yeah.
But Sin's
They like
still here.
zippers.
Didn't
They don't
make no
like
sense till now.
being zipped, but they like zippers.
Wait, if it just comes back,
Don't say it isn't worth it.
Oh god, he just depressed her.
Because it is.
Even for a little while, people can sleep in their beds without being afraid. That kind of time is worth anything.
I
Don't
really
say
like
it
that,
isn't worth it.
that
Your words that day,
it's
Yuna,
Tidus
I remember
who
them
explains how
well.
this works.
Well, he's serving as our eyes in this case.
Well, I know, but you have, I think we can kick this ball, can't we?
We can.
I think this is a bad idea, but,
And then that kid calls you a jerk.
yep. Hi, how can I help you? Oh, I'm sorry. They now get attacked by monsters because I just caused bad things to happen. You kicked my ball! How dare you! Here, have monsters. He must have summoned them. He's a fiend! Kill him! Kill the kid! Kill the Riddick. Okay. Get some heals going. Just, you know, lose in their kingdoms. I've always loved how the characters dodge. You know?
Hmm.
Yuna decides to just smack Auron upside the head with her staff. And Auron goes, "You're kidding, right? This is the nonsense I have to deal with being a guardian?"
The least threatening melee attack ever.
Yeah. Here comes Kamari, who's going to stand here and put a sphere in front of his face. And he gets attacked. Like, he's just thinking to himself, "Yuna, I have guarded you since you were a baby. Do not make you bring out the pictures." Okay. Hello. You really socked that puppy. Yes. Why don't you become a blitzer? Maybe someday you can play for the goers. And off goes the kid. Hi. This ring helps keep flames at bay. Give it to Lady Summoner. I already have a red ring. And the kid's just gone. He's just like, "You'll never catch me. I'm the gingerbread man."
You'll never take me alive, suckers.
It's kind of what it feels like. I wish I had some way of healing my summons.
It will come in time.
Things typically do. Okay, let's go ahead and dark attack the big dude, as usual. Because this is how you do. And you just kill that. Thank you. I always kind of feel bad about killing the dog thing, because they make this like puppy kicked sound. And I feel really bad about it. So I'm sitting there going, if this was my dog, I swear to God. Oh, I already had Lockout. I need Lulu. I do appreciate that battles are really fast in this game.
They can go very fast, right up until the point you actually want to gain AP.
Pretty much. Well, like, I'm comparing it to, you know, Skies of Arcadia, for example, which battles generally take a long time because you have to cycle through all the, all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Or, say, Evolution, where you have to individually kill all enemies, target all skills, things like that, and there's a lot of animation. Okay, bitch, you should be blinded. How did you hit me?
Farewell.
I don't want to hear it. I don't know. Okay. Power Sphere, Ability Sphere. Yuna needs to heal everybody. I love how cheap heals are. Bye, kid. This kid just like, nope, I'm gone. There ain't no way I'm coming back. Okay. Okay, guys, well, we're going to stop here, because there's a long way to go until the next rest point. We'll see y'all soon, when hopefully good things will happen. Ooh, we got a level 1 key sphere. Nice. Okay, y'all. See you later.